Hello everybody, welcome. It's Cape Rugby TV time where we talk about what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby. As you know, the Sevens has of course been rolling out at CPUT. The score, Western Province Club Rugby Sevens, proudly presented by African Bank. And we are now finally down to the last 16. So we're excited to have you along. Of course, big thanks to our sponsors and partners on board with us here at Cape Rugby TV. Direct Access, Score Energy Drinks. Direct Access, of course, your financial services partner. And Score Energy Drinks is a proud supporter to the Sevens. And of course, you can win yourself a case of Score Energy Drinks a little bit later during the course of the show. MChem 24-hour Pharmacy, Yes Electrical, and Intercape, the official transport providers to Western Province Rugby. Right, let me introduce you to my panel this evening. Sevens coach at Tygerberg, first time on the show. Alfonso, nice to have you along.
Thank you, JP. Pleasure to be here.
First time for you on the show?
Yeah, first time, yeah.
But we've interviewed you, I think, on the side of the field before.
Yeah, the side of the field last week, but yeah, great to be here.
Ben Venter. Ben, of course, Unimil second team coach now and Sevens coach as well. Nice to have you on the show.
Well, thank you for the invite. It's lucky to be here.
I think it's definitely first time for you.
Definitely my first time.
All right. Well, we're going to get into it this evening, folks. We're going to take a look at a lot of games. We're going to take a look at False Bay up against Albions, Tygerberg also up against Albions. In fact, we've got another Tygerberg game as well, Tygerberg up against Blue Stars. And then we move to Kylemore and Elsie Sophia and Hands and Hearts and Brackenfell. Paarl up against Franschhoek, Young Peoples and Young Wesleys, Hamlets and Funestel Evergreens, Marties and Young Peoples, and UWC up against Belhar. So a string of games. We're going to ask our experts here to talk to us a little bit about the score Sevens. And we've got a couple of interviews as well with Maurice Krill, he's the captain at Albions, and Robin Davids, captain at Hamlets. Vivian Fredericks, we know him as Corky, vice captain at Hands and Hearts, and Ian McGeechee, of course, coach at Marty. So it's a string of shows. Alfonso, you guys have now, of course, Tygerberg in the top 4. You've had a pretty good run. Of course, last year's champions. You must be happy.
Ja, JP, het kost een beetje harde werk om als champion te blijven. Allemaal zien uit voor de challenge die naweek. So, yeah, we're glad to be there.
Soek hulle vir jou, soek die mense vir julle. Is allemaal, hulle sê Tygerberg gonna take that game?
Allemaal sê so ja, maar nog altijd moet ons die game gaan spelen. Die laatste 3 games gaan spelen, als ons moet 3 games spelen. Maar ons zien uit naar die challenge.
Yeah. Ben, on your side, I mean, Unimil, you guys are also in the mix. You still got a way to go?
Yeah, no. It was an incredible championship so far, and we're happy to be in the top 4. And it was a little bit of a tough challenge this past weekend, but we pulled through, had enough points on the scoreboard, so we barely made it, but we made it.
Is that all that matters now? You just got to get to the top 16. One is not too worried about right now about where. Or, I mean, everybody was talking about the fact that, I don't know, also you can also come into this picture. Everyone was talking about get into the top 16, yes. But then last week they were talking a lot about playing for position because 1 was going to play 16 and 2 was going to play 15. Was that important to you guys, or was it just get there?
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't know from your side. No, definitely it's important where you want to end up on the scoreboard. And to see where you are on a face, if like we're in a situation where we are 4th on the scoreboard or on the log at that stage, we have to play against the top team of Pool C. So it's going to be interesting this weekend, but at least we're there. If you look at the Rugby World Cup, we ended seconds on the log and we won it. So first time in history, so but we're just happy to be there at this stage and we're going to do our best.
And from Tygerberg, die Tiere, hoe voel hulle?
Basically, het ons last week maar game voor game gevat en ons moet net top blijven. So als je top is, en dan krijg je eindelijk een makkelijker pool. Als je top is, eerste eindig, dan krijg je van nummer 4. So which is not so difficult the team to play with, or don't say that. But ja, ons het maar gebleven als ons.
Ik ben het is een kwestie van hierdie jare. Je kan niet eindelijk zeggen die over nummer 16 is een zwakker nie.
Zwakker, ja. En hij kan je winnen in de einde van die dag.
Ja.
So ons moet maar net rise to the occasion, that's all.
Yeah, so the position thing is maybe a little bit overplayed because all top 16 teams, you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. All right, folks, let's take a look at our first game, of course, and we're going to get the guys to take a look at this. False Bay, we're up against Albions, and then we'll take a look where the guys did end up on the log. This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks, and MChem 24-hour Pharmacy.
die een was bietjie unlucky vir ons het dit gehad, maar op defense het ons bietjie verswak. So ons nog een pool game oor, dis teen Tygerberg. So ja, is hoop om alles foute te verbeter in daardie wedstryd. As al net die Beaumont wyd speel is al een bietjie harder op defense kom. Dink ons die meerderheid is maar so 4-5 first die manne. Die ander is tweede span en derde span so. Ja, dit is ons tweede jaar ons doen veel beter as laas jaar. En ons doelwit gesit om top 16 te speel en ons het dit bereik. Sien uit daarna ja, en definitief om in 'n bekertjie of terug Parel toe te gaan.
This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks and MChem 24-hour Pharmacy. Welcome back, folks. There we go, getting the ball rolling, so to speak. Of course, the Score Western Province Club Rugby Sevens, proudly presented by the African Bank. Maurice Krill, the captain there, saying they're just happy to get in the mix. Let's quickly take a look at the logs, and I'm going to go to Alfonso and Ben. We're going to get a few comments. So this is your top 4 so far in Pool A. Tygerberg are sitting at number 1. They're unbeaten at the moment. They've played 11 games out of 11. False Bay, 11 out of 10. Albions, 11, and they've won 8 of the games, and Unimill, 8 of the games. The two of you in the same pool here. Let's just go to Albions here. Alfonso, I think they've done incredibly well, considering that they played 5 games in their first week, and they had to get things out of the way because they had their big derby match the following week, so they didn't play at all, and then they came back last week, kept themselves in the mix, obviously won their next 3 games. Albion's a dangerous side.
Yeah, they're a very dangerous side as a team to look out for, and they work very hard with the ball, but they must just work hard on defense.
But you don't want to give them your tips now. Jy wil nie vir hulle sê alles wat jy doen nie, hè?
Maar ja, maar hulle is 'n baie goeie span en hulle is baie extremely dangerous with ball in hand.
Ben, if we look at this log here, the log now, of course, changes completely. I mean, we know who's in the top 4 in Pool A: Tygerberg, False Bay, Albions, and Unimill. But it changes now. We've got some new fixtures coming up. The guys will obviously be looking to carry the momentum through into the top 16 now.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's all comes down to this weekend. I think all the matches before was just to get into a good place on the log and then working from there. But I mean, if you look at that log, just speaking about Albion's, they did extremely well now. I don't know where they ended last year, if you can help me correctly in regards to that. But as you said, they're happy to be there. They are stuck in it. They're playing incredible rugby. And I think it's definitely a team to look out for in the future.
Well, another team to look out for is the guy that's sitting right next to you here, Tygerberg. Tygerberg were up against Blue Stars United. Let's see what happened there. This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks and MChem 24-hour Pharmacy. This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks and MChem 24-hour Pharmacy. All right, 36-0 win there for Tygerberg over Blue Stars. I'm joined on the show by Alfonso Warnick and Ben Fenter, head coach at Tygerberg, head coach of the Sevens at Tygerberg. I've got to probably be clear on this before I get into trouble. And Ben, you're of course the head coach of the second side, but
Head coach of the Sevens as well.
Head coach of the Sevens side. All right, so we got that out the way. Alfonso, 36-0 win for you guys over Blue Stars, but you can't really count Sevens points in the same way that you count 15s.
Yeah, definitely, JP. Sevens is an under game, and al wat ze moet doen, ze moet die bal in hand hou en die bal doen die werk. En ons het die baie goed gedoen in die Blue Stars United game, maar ons het weer gekom in die punte. So.
Maar hoekom sê jy so? Dis 'n groot margin, 36-0.
Ons het bietjie te lang gehang aan die bal.
Okay.
En ons het te veel vir die raks gaan opsit. Ons het te veel dit gedoen en ons het nie regtig gefokus op die ding wat ons moet doen nie. Om die bal die werk te laat doen nie.
So julle kyk eintlik na elke game. Maak nie saak wat die score is nie. Jy kyk meer hoe die game gaan.
Hoe die game gegaan het, die facette van die game. Dis waar ek kan kyk. So, soos hulle sê, the better the basics, the better the game. So is dit altyd by my. So is belangrik vir ons om 'n goeie foundation eerste helfte te lê en dan as ons opkom en dan as van daar is klaar gelê, then we work from there, then we put the points on the board.
Ben, is that similar to your guys' way of thinking or your ethos at the club?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it still stays rugby. It's totally a different game, but it's still rugby. And like you said, it's the ball must do the working, but also it's one of the principles of rugby is the space, the battle for space. And if you can control that, so I think you're in the mix. And lying the platform, you need to lie the platform in the first half and then build from there.
Yeah, so the point's not always about the actual numbers. It's more about. Well, I suppose that's a great way of looking at it. You got to think. I like. What did you say? The better the basics, the better the game. All right, folks, there you go. The better the basics, the better the game. Remember that phrase. It's a good thing to go and apply. But we're going to take a whole lot more games coming up still. Final look at the log then. Tygerberg. This is now, of course, Pool A. Tygerberg, False Bay, Albions, and Unimil. Those are your 4 teams that are going into the top 16. We'll tell you the fixtures a little bit later. We will be joined during the course of the show still by Faisal Felton from Western Province Rugby, and he can tell us more about the top 16, the structure, the pool, the plate, the bowl, the shield, and how all that works. And of course the activities at CPUT on Saturday. As we know, Sevens Rugby is always exciting. It's all about social entertainment and having fun. So Saturday at CPUT is a must-be place. We'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we'll start moving into the fixtures in Super League B and who's in the top 4. Right, welcome back, folks. It's Cape Rugby TV time. On the show with me, Alfonso Warnick, head sevens coach at Tygerberg, and of course Ben Fenter, head sevens coach at Unimil. We're joined a little bit later by Faisal Felton from Western Province Rugby, who's going to tell us what's happening at CPUT at the moment. We've got lots of games on the cards for you. We're going to now take a look at the match between Kailamo and Elsie Sofia. This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks, and MChem 24-Hour Pharmacy. This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks, and MChem 24-Hour Pharmacy. Kailamo Elsies, win there for Kailamo over Elsies Rafir, very close. Kailamo's a dangerous side. Let's quickly take a look at who ended up in the top 4 in Pool B. Hands and Hearts at the top of the pile there, 11 matches out of 10. Durban, they've played 11, they've won 9. Kailamo, 11, won 9. Goodwood, 11 and 9. Gentlemen, if you look at this pool here, it's a pretty close pool. So far the teams we're talking about maximum, only Goodwood that have lost 2 of their games or 3 of their games. The rest of the guys, 1 lost here, 2 there. This is very close.
Ja, JP, aan die einde van die dag kom het weer terug. Van as jy game van 7s, jy kan niemand onderskat nie. Jy kan nie sê jy gaan die game wen.
Ja.
Aan die einde van die dag as jy disappointed want jy het certain teams getarget nie. So you must maar take game by game and focus on that.
Dink jy Hands and Hearts is die danger outfit hier so in Pool B?
Ek dink so, hulle Hands and Hearts is 'n baie goeie span. So hulle het genoeg diepte.
Ja.
So ek dink hulle behoort goed te doen aan die toernooi.
Well, they are sitting like I think the top point scoring side, if I'm not mistaken, and possibly even might have the top point scorers. I think Rocco Seister is sitting at the top. Is it Rocco Seister?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Rocco.
Rocco. Roscoe, you have my apologies. It's Roscoe Seister. Yeah. Dangerous sides here for you guys now in the others in this Pool B, Unimil, or. What would you say? I mean, Unimil and Durban, you guys both come out of Super League A. You'll probably be keeping an eye on them.
No, definitely. I think if you looked at the stats of Hands and Hearts, points for is 326, points against is only 15 more than that Durbanville has conceded. So I think they're definitely doing very, very well. Durban has only got 264 points. So I mean, it speaks for itself. You look at the stats. Hands and Hearts are doing really well. I thought we were going to play Hands and Hearts, so we were mentally preparing for them, and then when the features came out, we saw it with someone else.
We managed to catch up with the Hands and Hearts up against Brackenfell game. Let's see some of these highlights. This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks, and MChem 24-hour Pharmacy.
Ons doel was vandag geweest om at least 1 wen te kry sodat ons weet ons sy van die finals week en ons het afgerond. Ons die eerste game verloor het, goed 'n bietjie vasgehak. Maar ons het hier gedruk by mekaar gestaan en die tweede game teëgevat. Die tweede game lyk ons man moet eers geskel word. Die kos weer te hard praat voor ons luister. Maar soos ek gesê het, man is dit dissipline na die eerste game toe. Skeerpad op en tweede game toe. Sit ons weer deur. Ons het hard gewerk om uit te kom soos ek gesê het. Maar ons het nou ons klein fokus uit soort op die oefenveld. Na vanaf wat ons finale toe en dalk daar bo top uitkom.
This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks, and MChem 24-hour Pharmacy. Player there at Hands and Hearts, Vivian Fredericks, well known as Cookie. Been a long time that we've kept an eye on Cookie at Cape Rugby TV, all the different teams that he's played for. Alfonso, let's just go back here to Hands and Hearts. They are going to be a threat to all of the guys, all of the clubs out there. I think Hands has sort of got a sevens is their expertise.
Yeah, JP, they are a very good team, and you must look at them very seriously. They have quality players. They know what they're doing, and yeah, and John Lee Klaasen moet nog bykom. So hulle het genoeg diepte.
So jy het klaar uitgewerk, al die spelers en die spanne.
Ja, so as jy inderdaad, jy moet uitkyk vir die ouens
Ja.
en jy moet seker maak waar jy staan en jou research gaan doen.
Yeah. Any things from you, Ben, on the match that you saw there?
Yeah, no, it was good. Hands and hearts are definitely in it to win it. The second high try scorer, point scorer is in their team. So yeah, it's a team to look out for. Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, Hands and Hearts, of course, we all know, dangerous side there. They are skilled at sevens rugby. In fact, they've got some of their own competitions coming up shortly as well. So look out for the various Hands and Hearts sevens tournaments. I think there's a Hands and Hearts seniors tournament coming up on the 30th of November. Quite exciting for clubs looking for a little bit of extra activity. But yes, it's Hands and Hearts, Durwell, Carlamore and Goodwood that go through in Pool B. Let's take a look at what happened between Paarl and Franschhoek. Also in Pool B, ended up not making it, but let's still give them a little bit of coverage. This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks and MChem 24-hour Pharmacy. This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks and MChem 24-hour Pharmacy. Right, welcome back everybody. It's Cape Rugby TV and Paarl and Franschhoek there. And of course it was a win there for Paarl, 15-5 over Franschhoek. You'd almost say that that's a bit of a derby match, the two teams so close together. We're going to take an ad break and then we'll start taking a look at Pool C. But before we do that, if you want to win yourself a case of Score Energy Drinks, all you need to do is SMS the word SCORE to 33090. 33090 and you can put yourself in the mix to win a case of Score Energy Drinks. Congratulations to last week's winner, Michelle Daniels. Michelle, somebody walks away, well, you walk away with a case of Score Energy Drinks. Of course, the Score mobile can is available at the Sevens at the moment. Anyway, somebody from Cape Rugby TV is going to get in touch with you, give you a call, and get you your case of Score Energy Drinks. Folks, we'll take an ad break, and when we come back from the break, we're going to take a look at some of the other exciting matches that took place at the Sevens at CPUT. And our first will be Young People's up against Young Wesley's, and then we'll also take a look at Hamlet's up against Funnestell Evergreens. We're back in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. It's Cape Rugby TV time. If you want to get yourself a set of rugby jerseys, off-season rugby jerseys, then all you need to do is SMS the word CTC, or at least those letters, CTC, to 33090, and there are some really good rugby kit specials on at the moment from CTC Sports, who are, of course, the guys that manufactured all of the rugby jerseys that the guys are wearing at the Sevens at the moment. Stick around, I'll give you more information on the off-season discount prices for clubs out there at the moment. We were, of course, out at CPUT over the weekend where Young Peoples were up against Young Wesley's at the Score. Western Province Club Rugby Sevens, proudly presented by African Bank. Let's take a look at what happened in the match between Peoples and Wesley's. This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks and MChem 24-Hour Pharmacy. This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks and MChem 24-Hour Pharmacy. We're back now, and Young Peoples are up against Young Wesley's. Young Peoples 29-0 against Wesley's. Alfonso, Young Wesley's big scalp that they took 2 weeks ago was against Belleville.
Yep.
Was that a bit of a geluk, or is it just didn't go for them this way against Peoples?
Ja, soos ek sê, is maar die game. Wanneer men dit maar game for game vat, then you must work very hard to get something out of it.
Yeah.
So, Young Peoples is a very good side. They spend a lot of time with the ball. They slow the game down, run into space, run into gaps. They do all of that kind of stuff. Now you eager to come off the line of the defense when they just leave the ball and someone run onto the ball. They do that kind of stuff. So there is a lot of patience with the ball. That's good for them.
It just, Ben, I mean, I'll go to you. It just goes to show, if we go back to the Young People's Belleville game, I mean, sorry, not Young People's, Young Wesley's Belleville game, and there was a win for Wesley's there over Belleville. It just goes to show that any of these teams that we had here, if you make a mistake, they're going to capitalize. And that's exactly what Wesley's did on the day against that game. Yeah. So Wesley's came out and they showed they were ready. They just needed the opportunity, and they took that opportunity at the time. And if we look at the rest of these teams, yeah, that's obviously a case with the Sevens, is you're going to have to be on your guard for every game.
Ja, nee, verseker, ek dink dit is veral in sewes en veral in die kompetisie. Met klapbrekke weet 'n mens nooit regtig jou nommers ensovoorts. Dit kan wees dat hulle al hulle nommers gehad het die vorige wedstryd. Een of twee ouens beseer geraak, een of twee ouens dalk werk afgevat wat nie kon speel nie. En ons dat ek kyk nou na die videoklips wat ons daar so het, daar was baie unforced errors geweest. So daar's soveel faktore wat mense in gedagte moet neem, veral met so 'n sewees kompetisie. En ek dink ons is baie geneig partykeer om altyd na die eindstryd te kyk wat die skool was, maar daar's baie dinge wat agter die skerms aangaan.
Yeah. Quickly, let's take a look at Pool C's final top four then. Stellenbosch at the top, Marty's. Belleville, 11 out of 9. They've only lost 2 games there. Young Peoples, also the same. And then Hamlets, they've played 8 out of the 11 and are in the mix. So Stellenbosch, Belleville, Young Peoples and Hamlets go through to the next set of matches. Let's take a look at what happened between Hamlets and Funestel Evergreens. And we'll also speak to Robin Davids, their captain. This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks and MChem 24-Hour Pharmacy.
taffe kompetisie, ons ouens deurgedruk. 3 verlore, maar wat ons self veroorsaak het. Wat verder die ouens stel op week na week. Dit lyk goed. Ja, ek het nou vir die ouens gesê voor die game dat die is nou die platform wat jy moet lê na die knockout games toe van enige fout na die dan uit die kompetisie so ons moet ons 'n goeie wen gewees. My confidence levels op te kry. Het gaat taaf is, maar ons ouens moet deurdruk en ek weet ons ouens het die potensiaal en die talent om deurdruk om aan die top aan die finale te kom.
This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks, and MChem 24-hour Pharmacy. Welcome back, everybody. Hamlet's captain, Robin Davids, chatting there. Alfonso, Hamlet's always a dangerous team. You've got to watch out for them. They travel well.
Yeah, they're a very good side. Lots of speed. Always take time on the ball. They know what they do. So, very dangerous team to look out for.
Dangerous side. They're fourth on the log in Pool C, and they have come through the ranks there. Ben, Hamlets, they put 57 points on the board there. Something to watch out for?
No, definitely. That's quite a beating, especially in sevens. Mistaken to context. That's 14 minutes of rugby in play. That's without scrums and lineouts in set plays. So there's taking maybe 2 minutes of full-out rugby and 57 points. No, that's well done to Hamlet.
It's either a lot of attacking or no defense. It's one of those two. All right, folks, we're going to take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we'll shift into Pool C. Also, there are a few other games there, Marty's and Young People's, and then Pool D, where we'll take a look at UWC up against Belhar. So all that and more coming up. Stick around. Don't go away. We've got lots more to tell you. Back in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. Still talking about the score, Western Province Club Rugby Sevens. We know it's Wednesday night and that you join us for Cape Rugby TV every Wednesday night. I'm so excited to hear about when I go to the games. I don't know, Alfonso, do you have a lot of people at Tigerberg who watch the show?
Yeah, there's quite a lot of people watching, and everybody wants to see the games and how we're doing and how many games we won. So, yeah.
We've always been big fans of the Tiere. The Tiere Tigerberg have always been always great at sending us communication and telling us what's going on at the club, and we've always loved going out there. You've always got so many fans and such a well-organized club. Your structures are so well. For years now, your structures have been so good. And I think Florida Park is also a great venue. I mean, you guys you're blessed to have that space, and you're blessed to have such loyal fans.
Yeah, it's very important for us, and our fans is just so important as players. And we work hard on that. We have a lot of new media stuff now. Media group is growing and growing, so it's good for us. And Saturday we will see the Tigerberg supporters at the field.
That's of course you've got a media gentleman there that's doing all the work behind the scenes. Trevor
is doing good, and there's a lot of new guys coming in. They're still looking for new guys at the media group. So
and it's the same at Unimil. I mean, Unimil, you guys also know Lean and Carl or Sarel. Sarel, yes. You also got great infrastructure there.
Ja, nee, verseker. Ek dink die selektiere oor die afgelope paar jaar het baie mooi in plek geval. Ish doen 'n wonderlike werk, al die support staff, die coaches, ons het regtig ons het gister begin met pre-season en so met die presentation wat Ish doen het, ons het regtig world-class afrigters ensovoorts daarso en ons kyk vorentoe en dit gaan goed wees. Ons goeders val mooi in plek.
Right, folks, and of course joining us now from Western Province Rugby, Faisal Felton. Nice to have you along.
Good evening, Japes. Good to be here as always.
Yeah, no, we're glad we know you've got a very hectic schedule with all the fixtures and all the clubs that you have to look at in Western Province. So we're very happy that you've taken the time to come and join us. You happy with the Sevens structure so far?
No, definitely. I think it's fantastic. The feedback has been good. I think the guys are enjoying it. I always say, rugby is no longer seasonal. It's all year round.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of the guys, they sort of lost. And I mean, looking there on a Saturday, it's a lot of work from our side, extra work, should I say. And, I think for us, having the clubs out there and enjoying it, that's what makes us happy. So it's good.
One of the big things about this Sevens tournament, you go into the top 16 now. Are you satisfied with the standard? I mean, looking from our side, it looks like it's going to go down the wire.
No, definitely. I think now we're moving towards more the champions. It's chopped and changed over the last couple of years, but it's good to see there's a lot of new clubs also coming through, and that there, you know, sevens is a specialized, you know, sport, and to see the guys now, the top 16, and that there's your top 16 best teams, and, you know, cutting down from 48, now having 16, and eventually the champion of sevens. I think Alfonso and him last year, Tigerberg winning it. I think it's good.
Do you think Tigerberg's going to win it again this year?
Yeah, it's not. Let's not comment. I'll reserve my opinion now.
Well, they certainly are in the firing line. Everybody's aware of Tigerberg. Faisal, before we go to some of the games here, there's also talk about prize money, which is great for the clubs. Can we confirm that the teams that are playing here are they certainly look like they're going to be rewarded for playing?
No, definitely. I think, you know, it's good to have a bit of reward the guys, bit of prize money. It's a bit of a carrot. But like, you know, again, I think more ultimately for us, it was just more the participation and having those clubs. I mean, last week to see some of the guys that had nothing to play for but still pitch up because they wanted to play, that for me was fantastic. I think that's the reward more than anything else. But I think come Saturday, the guys have got something to look forward to. There's prize money for each of the divisions, your cup section, plate, bowl, shield, player of the tournament, top try scorer. So there's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, and it certainly is a lot of stats there. Anyway, let's take a look what happened in the match between Marties and Young Peoples.
This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks, and MChem 24-Hour Pharmacy.
Awesome experience for our boys to get opportunity to play more sevens every Saturday. Pool stages went well. We had one hiccup against Belleville South, but well deserved to them. So yeah, very good opportunity. Young People's made it difficult for us because I mean the teams that come to play in the score sevens are traditionally very well prepared and understand the game of sevens. So all the teams have made it really difficult for us today. So we're going to have a better prep week this week going in because at the moment we're obviously in exams. So I'm going to push it a little bit longer in our preparation for Saturday because I mean anything can happen on finals day. Eh?
This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks, and MChem 24-Hour Pharmacy.
Right, there we go, folks. Now I think we're starting to see just how threatening these teams are going to be. Of course, Marty's coach, Ian Campbell Magici there, otherwise known as Mr. Miyagi. Of course, Marty's beating Young People's there 28 points to 12. Alfonso, Marty's and Young People's. Can Tigerberg take them?
Type as I said before, we're not gonna target people.
Yeah.
As in sevens, you see the score sevens. This year it's very, very difficult. Everybody's learning the game. They know more about the game, so it makes it difficult for you to prep and do stuff. But we take it game by game and we see how it ends.
I'll take that as a yes.
Yep.
You know, Muhammad Ali always used to say, when you don't go into the ring thinking that you might win, you have to believe you're going to win.
Yeah, we positive.
Yeah.
We know what to do.
Coach is playing it close to the game, close to the chest now. Ismail Dolly is one of the world's best guys at playing his cards close to his chest. He never tells us if he's going to win a game, plays the underdog card. Yeah, we'll give it our best shot. They put 57 points on the board there. Something to watch out for?
No, definitely. That's quite a beating, especially in sevens. Mistaken to contacts, that's 14 minutes of rugby in play. That's without.
Can Unimil take them?
I always say respect all but fear none. I had a good chat with Eddie. That's also involved with Marty's coaching.
Are we talking about
there.
Eddie Jacobs, former Springbok rugby player?
No. Eddie Fredericks at Marty's.
Oh, of course at Marty's.
Yes,
I'm talking
yes,
about
at
Eddie
Marty's.
Jacobs.
So,
of course at your
oh, no, so
Yeah.
Springbok always needs to be mentioned. But no, I had a good chat with him. Look, you can see their support as well at Marty's. Their structures are in place. Are doing very, very well. It always looks like they've got 3 full teams pitching up on match days there on a Saturday. So I think they're training hard, and it's nice almost having like a professional structure of all your players always together. You can work with them at different times of the day. When in a club setup like we have, it's sometimes difficult logistically to get everybody together.
Right, folks, Stellenbosch, Belleville, Young Peoples and Hamlets, of course, make up Pool C. Let's take a look at Pool D now. UWC up against Belhar. Both teams, dangerous outfits. And we'll speak to UWC coach Clement Trout. Let's take a look at this.
This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks and MChem 24-Hour Pharmacy.
Yeah, guys looking good. Just sticking to the systems, doing what they're supposed to do, nothing out of the ordinary. I think it works for us. Yeah, no, it's a very good win. It's never going to be easy when it's like a derby, you know. They're also a very good side, very good sevens rugby. We actually lost against them in the final in the beginning of the year, darling, so it was, you know, some payback. But it was a very good game. The guys, they understand the system, they understand our style of play. We had to manage a few guys. Obviously, we had our varsity national tournament. Some of the guys picked up some injuries. Luckily, they recovered in time for playoffs next week. So, yeah, we're excited about that with some good guys we have back. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it. Yeah, obviously, knockouts next week. I mean, next week, the last 4 weeks count for nothing really, because you lose, you're out, there's no coming back. So that's what we're looking forward to. So like I said, we're going to prepare properly this week, and that's what's been working for us. We're not going to change too much. Guys must just stick to what's been working with them.
This Cape Rugby TV feature is brought to you by Direct Access Financial Services, Score Energy Drinks and MChem 24-Hour Pharmacy.
CTC Sports is, of course, apparel provider to Western Province Rugby, and many of the clubs that are out there, in fact, most of the jerseys that you see behind me on the screens here is manufactured by CTC Sports. And every single jersey that you see at the Sevens tournament at CPUT, more than 1,000 rugby jerseys manufactured by CTC Sports here in Cape Town. And of course, they give great deals to the clubs out there. So if you're a club team and you need to get yourself some kit, CTC is running some specials at the moment. And we managed to get a bit of a poster from them in terms of their off-season rugby jersey sale that they're having now. So senior rugby jerseys, only 220 Rand ex VAT, Beautiful jerseys there. They take your design and they put it in and they sublimate it. And then junior jerseys at only 200 Rand ex VAT. Now the special, of course, lasts only from the 1st of November up until the 1st of January. So we try to make it a little bit easier for you. If you want to buy a set of Score jerseys, then all you need to do is SMS the letters CTC to 33090, and we will pass your details on to CTC Sports. But I think that's a fantastic price. I doubt you can even nowadays buy a t-shirt at a normal shop for this price. 220 Rand for a rugby jersey, and 200 Rand for a juniors rugby jersey. I think that's quite incredible. Faisal, you guys have been using CTC Sports for a long time now.
Yeah, long time. Yeah, I think since I started previously before CTC Sports and that there. So Reggie, been going back a long time in that there. And I must say, quality's been good. Haven't had any problems. Always accommodating, always assisting in that there. So yeah.
And I think the fantastic thing for the clubs this year, especially in the sevens, is that they were able to send CTC Sports their own designs. Alfonso, you guys, you made your own jerseys.
Yes, design our own stuff.
Yeah. I think that's really great.
Yeah, no, I think this year, I think Reggie and them outdid themselves because we had about over 30 CADs that they could choose from.
CADs, of course, the designs.
Designs and that. So I think if you look at the jerseys and that, it's fantastic. And I don't think we've had much problems as far as tearing of jerseys and that. So I must commend CTC. I think quality on that is exceptional.
Well, I mean, looking at these prices, I think that's quite incredible. I mean, to sell a rugby jersey for 220 Rand, a seniors rugby jersey, this is, I mean, you can really see that he goes the extra mile at making sure that it's accessible.
Yeah, no, I think if you go there, you got the, Cape Rugby CTC, and if you put the FEL Felton code in, you get a discount there as well.
Oh, really?
So you can, speak to Reggie. So use the Felton code and you can get an extra discount there at CTC
Oh, that's
Sports.
fantastic. That's fantastic. Yeah. So, folks, CTC Sports, just SMS the letters CTC to 33090 and Reggie Amos and his team will get a hold of you. All right, folks, let's take a look at the fixtures then. Coming up this weekend, we now have the draw, and there we see that it is Kylemore first up against Belleville, Young Peoples in Durbell, Bellehaar and False Bay, Albions and Hamiltons, Hamlets and Hansen Hearts, Goodwood and Stellenbosch, Kelsriver, Tygerberg, Unimall and UWC. Alfonso, are there any matches there that jumps out for you as big challenges?
No, yeah, there's a lot. Basically, I'm gonna say all of the teams.
All of the teams.
All of the teams.
It's gonna be big.
It's gonna be hectic.
So, Ben, on your side, you mentioned earlier on that that where you go after you play UWC.
Yeah, no, definitely. We worked it out, and funny enough, the past weekend we got a little bit stuck against both Tygerberg and False Bay. But if everything goes well and we can beat UWC, we will meet False Bay again, and then after that, we'll meet the guys here next to me, sitting next to me.
Yeah.
A battle again. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Alfonso, have you got any tips for Ben?
No, we're not gonna go there.
You're not gonna go there.
We're not gonna go there.
All right, listen, guys, we're gonna wrap it up now. Alfonso, thanks so much for coming in. We know that you're a busy man, and it's a big weekend for you guys, and we really appreciate it. And good luck to the Tita this weekend.
Thank you. It's awesome to be a JP, Faisal. Now it's hard work, but nevertheless, keep up the good work, and we will make our fans, Tygerberg fans, we make them proud. That's all I'm going to say.
We're all very proud of all of the clubs. Ben, same to you. Thanks for taking the time. We know we phoned you at the very last minute to come and join us, and it's been great having you.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you for the invite. Thank you to everybody here. It was really nice chatting to you guys, and also thank you to the score team in the Western Province Sevens. It was an enjoyable competition, and we're looking forward to the last getting down to the wire area of the tournament. It's going to be fun, and let's build something special, like I always say, for the future. It's going to be fun. Thank you very good.
Faisal, on your side, this is it now. It's been a few weeks of work, and now it comes down to close. What are any final big expectations for the Saturday?
No, I think definitely from our side, it's sort of wrapping up the season. I think for all the clubs as well. I think a lot of the guys have started training, so this weekend from my side, and I think from the staff and that there, guys have been working hard the last couple of weeks. I think we need some time off, but unfortunately, we're already starting now with fixtures for next year, so it's never ending. It seems like there's no breaks, there's no Decembers, but the thing is we enjoy it, so it's good to hear the guys are enjoying the Saturdays and enjoying the sevens and that there, so it makes everything worthwhile in the end. So thanks for having us as well, JP.
I think you've heard it from both sides. You know, you guys are doing a great job, and we're looking forward to an exciting Sevens this weekend. And of course, lots of rugby action still. Doesn't matter if the guys don't play, because as you heard, teams are practicing off-season, pre-season. They're getting ready for the Gold Cup. They're getting ready for the Varsity Cup, and it is off-season conditioning. So we're going to see all sorts of exciting training on the side of the field, like CrossFit and boot camps and so on. All right, that's a wrap from us here at Cape Rugby TV. Don't forget, you will see all the highlights next week. We'll see you again then next week, same time, same place. Have a fantastic rugby weekend. Bye-bye.